You gave him a gold tooth too, dude. That's cool.
Cool.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there's some extra decoration that I did with. I've got some really fancy nail polishes. Oh.
I had heard about your fancy nail polish.
Yeah, so I've got one style there, ringing the eyeball on this side, and extra gold polish because this is just yellow electrical tape. But then I covered it over with like the sparkly. Yeah.
That's why you look gold. Where'd you get that?
Walgreens.
Shush.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not meant to be worn. It was just a thing.
It's a lamp. Ah. The light bulb goes right there. These were little wind-up hopping eyeball toys that they had at the same place, and I just went, all right, I know what to do.
I just thought you stole Andrea the giant skull.
So could
very well be true.
Literally was that big. That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, maybe slightly smaller, but.
Welcome to the Distracted Gaming Podcast! Woo!
Hi, everybody! Go!
Alright, this week, that's Chad still.
How you doing, everybody?
This is Dorothy still.
Hey, what's going on?
This is Jason still.
Hey, Jason!
Javier Gonzalez.
Javier!
Yay!
Mike Javier.
Somebody's got
Great
to.
opportunity to sit around and complain about Mike.
That
He's
guy,
just
come
the
on.
worst.
You just gotta figure out which one's the evil twin.
It's almost implying that there's a good twin.
Make
There's
a
a
good point.
less evil twin.
Yeah. Slightly
It'll be
more
fine.
tolerable
We'll
than an
make sure it's
evil
fine.
twin.
Alright, this week we're gonna play the fun game known as Gin, because I haven't played it in a while. And I've been playing this game since I was a little kid. It's one of those games my granddad taught me when I was like 2. This and Cribbage, which we'll probably play at some point.
Cribbage.
Isn't that the one with the
Backgammon?
brooms and you fly and you throw the things and you have
It's
the
like a
thing?
Florida game, right?
Is that what
You
cribbage
slide
is?
the thing, and then it's like strip cribbage, which you...
Oh, of course. So
Obviously.
you get on a broom and then you slide some things and you chase the little thing with wings around and you get naked.
And there's brushes
That's right.
for the brushing.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Take notes on that.
I'm pretty sure I looked it up on Wikipedia one time.
I'm just adding you 2 to my hit list.
Before we begin, can I make fun of you for a second?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that like at least twice a day, a little thing comes up on Facebook that says that Mike Crawford has done something awesome on that candy cane whatever
Lord.
game that is.
Candy Crush Saga.
There you go. Okay, it's
Kidding
like he has reached level 648. He has just beaten Martha blah blah blah. What the fuck?
Look, I'm over 9,000. That's all we need to do.
That's how over 9,000 you are.
Yeah, well, I'm over 9,000. Like, really.
No, I joined those games because Andrea would play those, and when nonsense, to get through, like after a certain amount of levels, you have to get a bunch of your friends to let you through the next few levels, and she would non-stop complain to me that nobody would let her through, so I joined all of her games to let her through,
So
and then I just started fucking playing them all.
He started from
And then I just started playing them all. So
and then continued out of greed and competition.
Dominates.
I do strangely.
Candy Crush Saga.
I do strangely feel good when I beat one of her scores.
I think we've established already that you do kind of like lording it over Andrea when
Yes,
you win.
that's true. You're kind of a
We
dick.
love you, girl. I don't know. He doesn't deserve you. He doesn't. Run!
You
Run.
should really see the way she treats me when she beats me in Mario Kart every time we fucking play that game.
Well, at least somebody put you in place, man. Mario Kart.
It's a lot like me and my friends in Skate 3. We do the, session playing together and free roaming or whatever. And we always try and set up ambushes for each other where a guy's coming around the corner, you come running out and you just shove him. Send him tumbling down the side of a building or into the canal.
I'm lame enough where I don't even know what the hell that game is. Dude. So,
Skateboarding.
Tony presents Assassin's Creed 7.
You're never safe when you're playing with me. I'll come flying around the corner with a karate kick. Right in the face.
Ladies, you're never safe when you're playing with him.
Just remember that.
shoot at.
Bring your protection.
You should put something up for that. Like,
Yep.
whoop, warning,
Yep.
warning, warning.
Future Chad, handle that, would you?
Alright, you deal.
What am I doing?
9 cards.
9 cards? 9 cards?
Yeah. Alright, let's get started. Who's a fan of Mystery Science Theater 3000 in this room?
Right here.
Who knows what Turkey Day is?
Right here.
I mean, not Thanksgiving.
No.
Turkey Day was an annual thing they would do on Thanksgiving for Mystery Science Theater every year, in which they would have a marathon of their movies.
I knew that.
9 is a lot of cards.
Hosted by Joel Hodgson. It stopped in 2001, unfortunately.
Son of a...
However, this year, it's back, baby.
It's back.
What?
And it's streaming online for free.
On the interwebs?
No.
Yes. Yes. Go to mst3kturkeyday.com starting at 9 Pacific, 12 Eastern on Thursday the 28th. And you will be able to watch a full day of Mystery Science Theater hosted by Joel Hodgson.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Now, did you guys prefer Mike or Joel?
Mike.
I don't know. I don't really have a preference.
I just think
good
it's
answer
funny.
because Mike's now dead to me.
I just think Mike's funny.
Warning.
I just think Mike's funny.
You know, I do like his humor. It's just that I spent so many years watching with Joel that it was kind of hard for me to adjust.
There's a lot to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
I was just going like, wait.
This is not right. I'm not cool with that.
It popped up on Sci-Fi Channel. I was like, oh, wait, who's that? Who is this Yahoo? What's he doing in the movie? Where's Joel? You know, it was a lot of things for me to have to deal with. And
He wasn't that new, though. He was in every stupid side bit they would do with somebody they would call up every fucking time.
That's true. I mean, he was always there, but he wasn't the guy in the spaceship.
Does it taste like brand new wine?
It's tanniny.
2010 was a good year for wine, guys.
Very Deca.
It's actually 2010. I looked at it earlier.
There's a lot to be said for what you experience first.
It's
Yeah.
true.
It is. There's a lot to that.
Because it's imprinting.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you're just like the duckling.
Does anybody remember how to play this game?
I was gonna
What
hope
is-
you did.
I haven't played this in like 2 years.
I don't play gin, I drink
Call your grandfather right now.
Kind of dead.
Oh.
Call. Fucking.
We have a Ouija board right there. Pull that bitch out.
Oh, we do have a.
Bring it. Bring the Ouija.
it. High fives, Dick.
No.
High fives and dick. Oh, high
My
fives.
grandfather was a good
Alright,
man.
another
He's in heaven. He is no longer here.
All right.
He's
Just
a-
saying.
Hey. To dead grandpas.
To dead grandpa.
I got 2 of them. 2 dead
All
ones.
right.
I got
Me
2 as
too.
well.
Okay, sorry.
Oh!
Here we go.
You almost
And
made
one
me
for my
spill the
homies. Oh,
kettle.
should I not? I'm sorry.
You know what's fucked up? I was just gonna do that. And I could because it's my house.
No!
I would run downstairs and tell Amy so fast. So
What's
fast.
that
You're
about?
such a bitch.
Amy and Chad would have sex with anything.
Ooh.
Amy and Chad is spilling drinks.
How many times have I followed through with this?
And you
It's
know
a
what?
good joke. Shut up.
And you know what Amy would say?
Comes with the territory.
There you go.
Oh, good one.
I think it's runs and sets. Am I wrong?
I have 2 5s.
Good runs. They don't have to be same suit.
No.
They can be any card run.
Yeah. And
then
sets
they
that
have to
are of color, but you have to have 2 of each, right?
Boring.
Smartphone will go through this.
I say we just move on to Go Fish.
All right, go fish.
Okay, how do you
Are we-
play goldfish again? I can't really
Goldfish.
remember. You match, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
what are
you're
you
trying to
doing?
lay down pairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Moving on to Go Fish.
Sorry, Grandpa.
Random change in gaming. Here we go. We're Go
We're
Fishing.
gonna have
Yeah,
2
we'll learn
less
from
cards,
you as you
or
play.
like 4
That's
less
okay.
cards.
What are you gonna do? Start. Put it.
I'm gonna
something down.
I'm gonna ask on Michael.
Yes.
Michael.
Can you just do that? Ask anyone.
Yes,
Okay.
you have to ask anybody. Do you have a king?
You can suck a dick. Wait, what am I supposed to say
So we're
here?
gonna
That basically works, dude.
suck a dick instead of go fish. That's, all right, whatever.
No, but I'm excited about the Turkey Day returning. Mystery
Yes,
Science Theater
yes.
Marathon.
What
cool
was your
stuff.
favorite Mystery Science Theater? Do you
The
remember
movie.
it? Oh, the movie itself. Okay.
Pod people?
Wow.
Pod People's pretty good.
To me, it was always one of those things that was just a random kind of thing. It's like, oh, look, it's on, and you'd watch it for a while you're doing something else or drinking.
Yeah,
It
it's not like the movie mattered in any way.
Right, it's good TV, radio slash I'm doing something else kind of.
You can listen to it and it's funny.
Yeah, you go, oh, that was really funny. And then you go back and continue to knit or whatever the fuck you're doing.
Or you were me, or you were me, and I was 9, and I would laugh at their political references that I didn't understand.
No, me and my best friend Dan back in Grand Island, we just spend the night at each other's houses over the weekend, and it was always like 1:30 in the morning or something. They'd start playing Mystery Science Theater, so we just sit up and watch it all night. Also, at the time on the Grand Island station, they had Weird TV. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it is. Oh my God, go find it. Watch Weird TV. It was just submitted videos of anything,
No
and
way.
they put together.
What?
There were a few
How
running
are you
series within the
You're
show.
already cheating.
But it was just tons of bizarre stuff. They had one episode that we were all creeped out. It was a guy driving across the desert with a horse head in his trunk, and he just checked the progress of it.
Ew, it was
As he goes,
decaying.
Yeah, just covered in flies and all that. And we're just going like, what are we watching? And then it's time for another episode of Mobius. Oh,
I can't believe they showed that in Grand Island. You guys probably don't realize that Grand Island is kind of a small town out there.
Especially back then, it was
City
real
is a
small.
smaller city.
yeah.
It's getting bigger, but it was
Damn.
real small then.
Okay, what do I do with these? Like, I put them down because somebody said pears, and then
Yeah, that's good. And then you got to ask somebody if they have something.
I'll be like, Jason, do you have any jacks?
I do.
Yay!
What? Now you get to go again because you got a pair.
Chad, do you have any kings?
God damn it!
As I know that you do. Bam, blam.
She's using strategy.
She was cheating.
Strategy. Some people like to call it strategy.
Those people are often cheaters.
No, Michael. Do you have any sixes?
You know I do, because you've looked at them.
Well, if you didn't hold your cards like this all the time, it would be different. Okay.
She knew I had a king because I asked for it earlier.
Jason, do you have any aces?
Go to hell.
That's what I'm
Take all
talking
my
about.
cards.
Do you have any queens?
Yeah.
Go fish.
All right. Next pot topic. Monty Python returns.
Let me just briefly say, before we move on to that my favorite MST3K was actually probably not that. It was... You didn't know that.
Just go on. I'll be okay.
It was one of those side ones. It wasn't a full feature. It was there where they did one of those instructional videos on how to be safe around railroads.
Those are probably
One of them going, why don't they listen? Why don't they listen? And I'm rolling on the floor laughing.
that's funny.
That was my favorite.
That's
Okay,
good
go ahead with your Monty Python thing.
God damn it!
For the first time in 30 years, the surviving members of Monty Python are getting together again for a theater show. A stage show.
Oh, alright. Okay.
I'm sure it'll be recorded by fucking someone.
Somewhere, yeah.
Cell phone.
Coming
Show up on
to
Showtime.
the Pirate Bay near you. It was leaked by Terry Jones that this was going to happen. They did an official announcement today, actually, that they were doing it. But they haven't been together in an official Monty Python thing since 1983's The Meaning of Life.
Yes.
30 years.
Yeah.
They had creative differences, right? That's how they fell apart.
They did not like each other.
By the end, yeah, that was. Yeah,
At that
I
point.
heard it was pretty.
Yes,
Yeah.
Do
Pretty,
you think money brought them back together like it did the Eagles?
Hey, do you have any jacks?
Money,
Yes.
money, money, money. No, I don't.
Yes, it was money.
You asked him for jacks.
I laid my jacks down.
You're a
I
cheater.
laid my jacks
Misleading.
down.
You're a cheater.
Wow.
So-
Yeah.
Wow.
So, how do you
wow.
feel about that, Jason?
Monty Python getting back together.
again.
My initial thought right off the bat was if they're doing another television series, one of them is going to die soon. So,
right?
Just based on
It's
stress.
like life insurance.
Yeah, I think.
or stress.
Just let's get that last little bit in.
Odds are, yeah.
But,
That would certainly happen.
also odds are pretty high. Hey, for anybody playing the celebrity death pool, start marking those guys up.
My bet's on Eric Idle.
How old are those
He's
guys
looking
now?
pretty.
They're all in their 70s.
I mean, John
all of
Cleese-
them are in
yeah.
their 70s.
Last time I saw, was it John Cleese was in that Keanu Reeves, Klaatu Nikto Baratu movie, wasn't he? Didn't he play like the scientist?
Do you have any tens?
What
Yeah.
was I thinking about?
No?
It wasn't in Lithgow.
It's my
What,
You know how
what
sometimes-
movie are you talking
Sure.
about?
You know the one when Keanu Reeves comes back, his body returns
Do
and
you
there's
have
that
any
alien
sixes?
inside of it, and all of the nano cloud is about to like scour the earth of human.
Now, if I go
Oh, the
Except for Will
the day that
Smith's
Earth
kid.
stood
The day that Earth stood
still.
still.
does
remake,
that mean I keep
yes.
going?
That was
Yes.
hard to watch.
Okay.
that movie.
Or that's what happened to me.
Was that John Cleese? I think it was John Cleese. I think
John
you're right.
Cleese was in The Timeline with Paul Walker, another terrible
Oh
fucking
shit!
film.
And that was a good book too.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people read that
Do
book.
you
and went,
have
how
That
did
movie
this
was
happen?
not. Yeah.
And it had a good cast too.
Yeah.
I mean, despite
bad.
Paul
Paul
Walker.
Walker.
Oh, and the fucking main female who was
All
like
right.
they pulled her
Still
straight
like
out of a TV commercial. She was
I
awful.
laid down another pair.
Damn it.
All right. Do you have any
Dead
fours?
eyes.
And the worst part, it was Paul Walker's love person, so it was those two in the scenes together.
And they were just like,
so it was like
two sticks just smacking.
it was like
each other
taking two
this.
syringes full of Novocaine straight to the eyelids. It was-
I feel nothing. Am I dead? That's what happened. Oh, you
You
watched
have the most
Timeline.
cards right now.
Who decided
so I'm gonna
Paul
keep
Walker
hitting you
could
up.
act?
Do you have any queens?
Vin Diesel.
That's a good.
Piss off. That's
Yeah.
good. I like that.
Sod.
I actually saw this is gonna. This,
Paul Walker. Yeah, no, you're right.
there was this thing on. He did a movie, another fast car movie that went straight to VOD, right? So it's on. He's doing the promo on Time Warner Cable on demand. You know, watch my movie on demand. Oh my god.
You watched it. You got sucked
No,
in.
I did not get sick. I watched him deliver the promo, and I was like, "Oh my god, is he dead? Is Paul Walker actually dead?" And this is like an animatronic version of him, because it was like,
You mean like John McCain?
You can hear the
"Watch my new movie on demand on Time Warner, cable TV now." How was that? Was that good?
Was he doing the
What the
zzz?
fuck? It was awful.
Wow. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that was similar to the new? Isn't Aaron Paul coming out with like a Fast and Furious kind of rip-off movie? Have you seen?
It's not a rip off of that. It's from a video game called Need for Speed, and they're branching into their own.
Oh, they're trying to do that
I
as a
mean, I
franchise.
saw the
That's a horrible
preview,
idea.
and not having played Need for Speed at this point, all of that stuff just looks like
for Speed.
a Vin Diesel rip-off.
There's here's Need for Speed. This is my experience. I've probably played the first, the second, and the third one. So forgive me if something's changed. But you do this. You have a little controller, and you try to control it. A car going like this.
Well, the controls are
Done.
better.
There you
controls
go.
are better.
There's not a plot-driven fucking video
Well,
game.
actually,
It's not
since,
going to go turbo. No one's going to.
since it at the beginning it was, I'm going to defend the series for a second right quick. But originally it was just a driving game, but then they came out with Hot Pursuit and Most Wanted. And it was about, and they added the whole concept of some people are cops, some people are robbers, and you chase them and you try to kill each other. So that
They added some interesting.
made it a lot more
Interesting
palatable.
play.
Kind of borrowed from Driver though. 'cause
Really
we already
did.
had that.
The Driver was terrible.
Give
me a
Driver
10.
games.
No,
I love the original
I gave
Driver
him
game
10s.
because you would do the police pursuit mode, and you would just see how long you could survive, just running from cops and cops and cops. And then once you finally got caught, you could go back and edit the video and shoot your own hilarious video
No way.
montage
Yeah, it was
of
pretty
the
good.
chaos
It was
that
pretty
it
good.
ensues. Beautiful.
GTA
That's
does
pretty
that now too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can because you can throw people in multiplayer mode. You can throw people into spectator mode, and they get like full cinematic choice on camera angles and stuff like that. And with the new like Xbox and PS4 and stuff, they have built-in recording software into these things, so you can record like
That's
full
nice.
like giant action films.
This
That's
is my sequence that I want.
hearing
to,
that
Yeah.
where you can record your video.
Then they put
game
that shit up
session.
on YouTube and
That
get millions of hits.
is my biggest motivation to maybe get a new console.
Right.
Except for the
Because-
PS4, it has the HDCP thing right now, which is a pain in the ass. It doesn't let you. It doesn't let you
What? Oh,
record to an external device
damn
you.
currently.
you were listening.
Somebody will crack that
Oh.
like another week.
Dorothy's done.
They're supposed to patch.
Dorothy
They're
Lawrence
supposed to
being-
patch it soon. So okay, so let's do this with only 5 cards, as if you're supposed to play that one.
Oh, I thought we kept going until we had one guy still holding the card and just wail on his ass for a while.
That's the way your grandpa played it, okay?
Well, yeah.
My grandpa did not play it like that.
Grandpa had a couple of drinks and he didn't like me anymore.
Hey, don't knock on my grandpa. He was a really cool guy.
So was my grandpa, so you can go...
Both your grandpas were cool?
Jason, this is a
I don't know.
comedy
I didn't
show,
know.
okay?
Yeah.
Comedy show.
Okay,
He
well,
can
I was
stand up
just,
for his
Alright.
grandpa. Go ahead.
you know, he showed me how to, I don't know, it was the only time I ever fired a real gun. He let me fire a real gun. He taught me how to drive a
At
tractor.
home.
Cool.
Like that.
Yeah,
My
he,
grandpa taught me how to drive a tractor.
you know, he'd let us jump into the hay bales in the barn, just playing, you know,
Yeah.
stuff. He molested me. Oh,
That's
God.
not funny. That is not
Oh, God. I gotta get out of here.
No, Jason, don't go.
Oh, that was so beautifully delivered. Oh my God.
You got skills.
Oh my God, that was nicely done.
I was saving that for puppies.
If you had real balls, you would have left and not come back. Not come back.
And everyone would have been like, was it real?
Was that real? We would have been sitting here.
We would not have chased after you.
My husband
We would have finished the podcast.
Just half an hour of sitting here like,
Hey, guys, 1 year anniversary. Remember that joke. Somebody's doing it. Somebody's doing it.
That's joke of the year material, dude. That was
Thank you.
well delivered.
Thank you very much. I've been practicing that all by myself,
That was really good.
waiting for
You were just
the
throwing
time is right
grandpas
to
in
go
the
back
mix.
to Duffy's. Because that was going to be my exit joke. Like, I gotta get out of here. Just run off stage. So
Then there's like two people who really understand comedy in the back, fucking dying. Everyone's like,
Terrible.
my dad molested me. Because we're downtown and it's
not funny.
stop laughing.
insensitive joke,
Trigger.
I know, but
Triggers. You need to put a trigger warning in front of this entire conversation.
right, yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
I sent out. I don't know if you probably didn't. I get it, but I sent out a link today.
Yeah.
About Ron Burgundy
Yes.
selling pickup trucks.
Yes.
Odin's Raven is
This-
selling the shit out of pickup.
This makes me so happy because this is what marketing is. All marketing professionals out there, please fucking pay attention. It doesn't matter what you're fucking selling. Has nothing to do with the advertisement.
59%
He
increase.
increased the sale of the Dodge Durango, a pickup truck, by 59% since his.
It's Yodge. Yodge. A soft D.
Since his
was
commercials have started to roll out a month ago. 1 month. He has driven up sales 59%. He's driven up web presence to the
80%.
Dodge site 80%, which is insane.
And here's the thing about it, it's essentially just a giant product tie-in.
And
They're just cross-media marketing.
And counting all the other Dodge things that he's selling, but Durango's gone up the most, and that's the one that's being referenced. But between all things, he's driven up sales 11% by himself since last year. 11%.
It's because that man has the guts to talk about the glove box. Thermal injected molded plastonium. Inches. I mean, with the gloves in it and everything. And it comes standard. Standard.
It's fucking beautiful.
My favorite one, because I've seen a lot of these now, my favorite one is when he's talking about it and he starts to leave. And he tries to leave through the back of the set, and he can't get around the curtain. And he just turns on, I know it's just a curtain, but I can't get through it.
That's the best stuff when he breaks. Yeah, when he seemingly breaks the script.
The reason that was done is because Dodge he won a little battle with a premise, and they let his Funny or Die producers and him do that whole thing.
That's his team.
They did about 70 of these commercials. Only a few of them have actually hit TV, but they're all online.
The one that I love the most is the dancers. The dancers are dancing and they're talking about the grace and the blah, blah, blah. And then he runs in and he's like, get out of here. And he's like, I think we have an infestation of dancers, like they're living in the rafters. And you know when you find like little empty ramen cups and soiled leg warmers. And then he's like, I'm sorry, I haven't had my morning coffee today. Just, come back. I mean, you're professionals, I understand that. And the dancers creep back in, and as soon as they get within arm's reach, he's like, come here, you! He chases them off the stage, and I'm like, that is beautiful.
It merely proves, like I was saying, does not matter what the product is. Doesn't fucking matter. Just make the advertisement memorable.
Be funny.
Yeah,
Or
funny
make
helps.
people cry.
And that's exactly what this one. It was so funny. It tied into really a character people love. But what it does is it puts Dodge top of mind, not because it's Dodge, but because it was fucking Ron. I mean, that's what it was.
Because it's so absurd. Who would have
Ron Burgundy,
ever thought that he was going to talk
absurdity,
about that?
boom. And then, I'm going to go check out some new car. Well, shit, let's go check out Dodge. Why? Because it's at the top of my fucking mind because I was just on their website watching 60 different versions of that spot.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that was interesting in the article that I linked, when they were talking to one of he's the commercial VP of Funny or Die or something like that, and he said because of that character that has become so loved and known, even on DVDR, when you're fast forwarding through it, you see him on a thing, you will stop and you will watch whatever the hell he's on.
Yeah.
Hey,
it's fucking funny.
Name other film characters you'd love to see.
Oh my God, right?
Because I have one right now, and that's Brad Pitt's character from Fight Club. I think that would be fucking hilarious to watch him selling credit cards.
So,
Oh, man.
Dove! Oh my God!
Dove.
Tyler Durden for Dove.
first off, that will never happen. That's kind of in the face of...
Shut up! That's not important. We're hypotheticalizing this shit. Name a character actor that would be really funny to see do a commercial like that.
I think Gillette ought to get Danny Trejo.
Oh, that's brilliant! Yes!
Machete.
You're just throwing this away.
Yeah, just throwing
Go
razors
ahead,
at
you take
people,
it.
cutting off the side of their face.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my beard!
That's a hot, with the... Whatever.
The only problem with that is there's no way you could get that many tits into a commercial you could put on TV.
You're discounting FX and MTV. FX and MTV.
Well,
That's no
that's
problem with that.
I just think Archer, if they could put Archer into any sort of situation.
Selling coffee.
He's hungover as shit, just
Starbucks.
You couldn't do any "Please drink responsibly" commercial.
You could if they just showed him passed out somewhere.
Well, yeah.
Please drink responsibly. Then that's when you get Barney Gumble.
You can't do it because he's dead. But Andre the Giant from what was his character's name in Princess Bride?
Fezzik.
Fezzik.
That'd be awesome. You just anything as long as he could rhyme with it.
Eggs. Sell eggs.
He should sell a Mini Cooper. With legroom so spacious I can almost fit in here.
He rips the top of it off and inside.
Might be able to. Was he supposed to do that? No, we were just improvising ahead beforehand.
Do you have any
Just let him
sevens?
go.
I don't know.
That's why I asked. Yay! Bam! Do you have any eights?
All right. That was
Good
just that made me happy. When I saw it.
That's mind-blowingly.
All
Do you
right.
have any nines?
No, so there.
In the vein of spectacular numbers, League of Legends. I'm really gonna lean on you on this one, buddy.
All right.
It's a video game.
Because you can hear the hollowness that's going on inside
It's
our
the
head
most
right now.
popular video game in the world right now. Because it's free to download. It's free to download. You can buy extra stuff on it through microtransaction stuff, but it's free to download and free to play. And because of that, it's the most popular game in the world. But it's also a highly competitive game. Big in the esports world. They had Riot Games, the game that came out with it, had the season 3 of the World Championships on October 4th. It was held at the Staples Center in LA. And the Staples Center, the live venue, this is where the Lakers play, the Clippers play, it sold out. The live venue sold out for the World Championships. gets better.
It's sort of people watching other people.
It's rather exciting, actually.
Let's just put a pin in that, and I just have a quick question, which is, what the fuck is so exciting about watching other people play video games?
It's the same.
You
It's the
have
same
to
reason.
watch the Street Fighter Tournament Championships,
To understand.
where Street Fighter 3 super combo, 32 hit super combo, guy with no life left on his health bar parries every shot.
That was
combo.
number 4, right?
Yeah,
That was
something
Evo
like that.
4, I think.
Yeah. And boom, 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 boom. You know,
It's the
however
same-
many
It's like
shots,
watching a
and
sports
immediately
That's what I was
counters
about
with
to
his
say.
own super attack, wins the entire championship.
It's the same as watching a sports event.
Yeah,
It's entertainment.
it's-
You're still not
If
involved.
you
It
don't like
doesn't
watching
matter.
football, but you still want to see competition, this is a great way to do
And
it.
you probably are fans of somebody, and you're like, okay.
Yeah, or
The
just
game you
fans of the
play,
game.
so
You
you
want to
know
see
that it's
something
difficult
tense.
or
right,
whatever.
right.
Yeah,
It
because these
was-
are guys at the top of, you know, at the top of.
Peak physical condition.
They got thumb muscles for days.
They could kill you by doing this.
And break your nose with just a little.
Here's the numbers that are gonna blow your mind.
Too late.
32 million people watched this online. 32 million. The most at one time was 8.5 concurrently.
8.5 people.
Concurrently.
Million. Million people.
No, you mean million. Million people.
What? What?
Yes.
How do they monetize this shit?
It's all sponsors and you can sell ad space. It's the same as TV. You just put a
TV.
commercial up.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you can gamble.
And you,
You
can
can
gamble on
place
this.
bets.
Yes.
No.
It's
Vegas style?
It's Vegas.
Oh my
it's
God.
in Vegas.
The famous internet writer Sean Baby actually helped launch his own website where you actually do log on and gamble online on
Because of the
competitive gaming.
the fighting game community, they would find it became from that because the fighting game community you would find competitors themselves. They would bet on other people, just
Right.
like $5 here, $5 there, and it became like the fun thing to do on the side when you're waiting for your next match.
Yeah. Instead of trying to play for next, like, oh, I'm going to get in next. No, it's you're betting on who's going to win this next one. Yeah.
The stakes are higher.
People will gamble on anything.
They
They
will
do
gamble
frog
on
races
anything.
and bet on them.
That's true.
Wow.
That's totally true. Do you have any sixes?
Is it still your turn, or are we just
We don't.
letting you go?
No one else seems to care.
It's a non-point scoring round, guys. The amount of that amount of people is okay. Let's put this in reference. Game 6 this year of the World Series, Boston Red Sox versus my Cardinals. We lost.
Boston! Gotta get behind Bill Burr on this one.
Shut up.
They're gonna come to blows before this is over.
And I'm just gonna go downstairs.
But that was World Series Game 6. 18 million people watched it.
Wow. Okay.
This is a video game that two of the people in this room have never heard of.
Yeah.
32 million people watched it.
Worldwide.
Heard of it? Back off. Jesus Christ. But
Worldwide.
I can give a shit about it. That's the
32 million
difference.
people watch.
Yes, and it's much bigger in different countries than it is this one. Russia and South Korea, for instance. South Korea, this is a thing, this is like soccer for them, or our football. You just tune in on TV and watch this fucking thing.
Okay then.
Now, I have it on pretty good authority that somebody I know prefers Dota 2. Like, that's their game.
There's some people that do that.
But it kind of in the same vein, you know, the multiplayer.
Yeah, but the learning cliff on that game is very different.
Well, yeah, they have hundreds of different characters to choose from in that one.
Yes.
Just hundreds.
I
So
read a
you
thing
gotta figure it
recently
out.
about video games where they're starting to use video games to discern whether or not you're going to be a good employee for a company. Companies like Xerox and Shell are both doing that.
Huh.
And they have proprietary games that you play that are games like Wasabi the Waiter. Yeah. So Better brush up on the video game skills.
I guess so.
If we think we're ever going to get hired.
One thing I read was
job
that
training. Can you actually get trained to get hired at a job by playing some video games?
I don't think so. No, it's not that.
What I read, it's similar to those stupid tests that aptitude, not so much aptitude, but
like they moved away from those a bunch, like the psychology.
Those games that are supposed to
like you're a STWA or
right.
whatever.
There we go. The
personality.
little personality test. Thank you.
Do you have a four? The one I've seen that was along those lines is certain hospitals are buying video game systems for their surgeons because studies show that doctors who play video games have better small twitch hand-eye coordination. So they're just straight buying them video game systems and encouraging them to play them in their spare time to give them.
And a lot of surgery is being done with robots now.
Yeah.
They need to have that.
So you're doing the
Shit, for a gamer, if they could somehow hook those things up to an Xbox controller, I could probably do it.
I could take your spleen
Okay, my
out,
leg's
sure.
gone.
Not a trackball like Centipede, really.
no.
Golden tee, and the farther we could do that, golden tee, the farther you fling it, the farther that little camera flies up the guy's butt for the colonoscopy. Holy one!
Oh shit!
Do you have a 10?
Let's see.
I thought.
Oh, fuck yourself.
I read that and I thought that was insane numbers.
In the membrane.
Yeah. Okay. Other thing I linked to you guys. You probably saw this just because you're into this.
Do you have
sort
any
of thing.
sevens?
Is
No.
there ice?
All right, my turn.
Yes, I got
oh,
so
did you grab a card?
cold. I did.
All right. Are you lying to me?
Put it in the freezer.
No, I grabbed.
Look me in the eye and tell me you're not lying to me.
I grabbed this.
How do I know that?
Because I had two cards.
Show it to me.
Oh my god, that social engineering just got a little crazy.
Fuck your ass in the face, okay?
I just kind of flashed my. Oh, I don't need to worry about that because I got my. Ooh. All right. Does that mean I? Yeah, that means I continue my round.
Sure, why not?
Chad.
Yes,
Give me a jack.
But I also linked a
Are you
trailer.
kidding me?
A trailer to you
I saw that
too.
trailer.
The Wind Rises trailer that came
Oh,
from Hayao Miyazaki, the new Miyazaki.
Oh,
trailer.
right, yeah.
Studio Ghibli.
I know of the movie.
And it's apparently his farewell.
It's his farewell.
his last one.
Yeah.
He's gonna stay on as he's gonna retire, but he's gonna stay still consult and stuff for the company. But he's 73 or something like that. So
Probably wants to take it easy.
yeah, he's probably getting
Do
close
you
to
have
that.
any sevens?
Go fish.
Ah.
Bam. Ended that run.
And how many times does a
Random.
Japanese filmmaker get to go to the Academy Awards before they can just call it? But it looked beautiful
It did. Agreed.
to me. For reference for anybody who doesn't know, I wrote down some movies. He's writer-director of this movie, The Wind Rises. The plot of this movie is Jiro Hirokoshi. It's a fake biopic of this real-life person who designed
The Japanese,
Japanese fighter planes during World War II.
the ones that took out Pearl Harbor.
Yes.
So it's a little awkward.
It's a little odd.
Touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject.
But he's Japanese, and that's a Japanese hero.
I understand.
Some other
Give me a queen.
some other movies that he has both written and directed,
God
if you're
damn it.
interested.
Yeah?
Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, Castle in the Sky,
Pretty good.
My Neighbor Totoro,
Oh,
yeah.
hearts for
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Very good.
This next one's my personal favorite, Princess Mononoke,
Yes,
Pretty good.
that's a good one.
Spirited Away,
Oh, that's
Almost
my
required watching.
100% favorite. That
that's
and
brilliant.
My Neighbor Totoro.
Howl's Moving Castle,
Yes.
That's another
and the
good one.
most recent one, Ponyo.
That can't be
yeah,
good
I
for the
haven't
table.
Very good pick. Also, Castle of Cagliostro is another.
Yes.
I would say
That
that's
you recommend?
almost required watching.
Me.
If you've watched any anime,
No.
there's
Fuck
the
you.
character Lupin the Third, world famous thief. They did a full length movie of Lupin the Third, but he's not wearing his usual red jacket. He's wearing a green jacket and a yellow tie because it's kind of Lupin in a more altruistic mode, where he's not just in it to get a big heist. He actually grows a conscience at one point and is actually.
But can he
fighting
make
a
someone's
good fight.
brain blow up with his mind?
I want to see that actually.
It's
I wonder if it's on
great movie.
Netflix.
Fantastic.
Probably. Wait. I might be wrong. That it might be on there.
I'm gonna have to.
I don't know if there's
tonight.
much.
They did have it on there at one point.
Castle of
Cagliostro.
Cagliostro.
Or Cagliostro?
It's Cagliostro because they're doing that
You
weird
say
thing
Cog.
over the
I say Cog.
U or the A, right?
Yeah.
Potato, people.
Yeah. That's one of his first ones.
Go
that was an earlier one.
That was late 70s, I think, when he did that one.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But
He's been making movies for a long time.
Here's the thing that I thought was interesting about The Wind Rises is that I don't know how much fantasy can be put in that. You know what I mean? And all of the other ones that I've seen
It
are
seems a
pretty
lot
fantastical.
less fantasy.
yeah.
driven,
Oh,
much more
also, oh my
historically
God.
driven.
Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh
if
my
you want to
God.
be depressed for weeks.
If you want to break your
Yeah.
heart,
Yeah.
you can watch that. Good. Lord.
The
Beautiful.
Well,
Yeah.
along the vein of what you're talking about, yes, it seems much less fantasy based, but there's still a fantastical element of it.
True.
Like visions of you see him walking on the wings of planes while throwing 6-foot paper airplanes into the sky.
And then the wings have like feathers as they fly.
And as he's designing, he's seeing in his mind to the point where wind shoots out over his face, and it's his take on the imagination of, while as Americans, a person who did hurt us in the past was a genius of his time.
True.
And passionate about
what
Flight
he
in
did.
general.
Yeah.
flight in general. Yes.
True. Church.
It can be a touchy subject, not as touchy in about 15 years, I'd say.
Why 15 years?
The age limit is
Oh,
getting
no.
higher and higher.
They're not going to care.
Right.
Yeah.
Pearl Harbor, what's that?
World War II veterans.
I
don't think a lot of World War II veterans
kind
are
of paid
watching
them back
these kind of
in.
films.
My grandfather was, and he's not watching it.
Yeah. But I think that I think we kind of paid them back in full for Pearl Harbor. Didn't we eventually
pretty
kind
much.
of?
Yeah, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, we might have paid more. I don't
I feel
know.
like,
I guess it's hard to say.
It's
You
kind
have
of
to
like
be there.
It's kind of the thing where it's like, well, you started it, we're gonna finish it.
Second
thing,
week in a
but,
row,
like,
we've gotten real depressing about
Yeah,
Japan.
yeah.
Jesus.
Some deep shit.
It's a complicated country, man. You know?
Yeah.
Very-
It's beautiful
yeah.
but complicated.
Yeah.
As I guess all the best beautiful things are.
I was just excited to see another Miyazaki Studio Ghibli movie. Everyone I've ever seen has been fantastic. I can't name a bad one.
Did you see, which one was it? The Borrowers? What was the one? Arrietty.
It was based off The Borrowers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But it was Studio Ghibli, but it wasn't. The name escapes me.
Miyazaki.
Yes.
Yeah, they do
So it was
that every once in a
beautiful,
while.
but it wasn't. Because I tried to watch it. I mean, it looked beautiful.
He's a storyteller in film on par with the best in the world, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He works in animation, so he doesn't get the same credit as a lot of the Spielbergs and stuff do. But what he's capable of doing, crafting in a story, what he's capable of showing you, is incredible. It's always deep.
For my
heartfelt.
money, Spirited Away is like one of the most awesome art films I've ever seen.
Howl's Moving Castle is that way for me.
That's one of my favorites out of the
I love the first
Miyazaki
half.
movies.
And Princess Mononoke, the reason I love that is
Yeah,
because it's have you seen?
Oh yeah.
The point he was trying to make about deforestation throughout the course really impacted me as a kid, and sort of the choices and stances I made going forward in life. But he made a very strong but not in your face statement about that. He wasn't saying you're wrong. He was just saying that he came around the side and made you feel about it, as opposed to just telling you about it, which I think is so hard to do.
And you can really only do that in some things like animation. You know what I mean? There's
Animation
things that
does,
you cannot
but
recreate in real life.
his technique of looking at any of these films of his, just the moments of silence. No music in the background, no dialogue, just things happening and just setting this mood. It's just such master craft level that he used.
That's always been, in my book, a sign of a truly great storyteller in film when they know
When you don't
just
need
drop
anything.
it all.
Right.
Just get rid of everything.
You don't need anything happening in this scene, in these shots. It's just...
Because the go-to idea is like, it's too quiet. We get, let's add
Fill
some
it up,
time.
make it dance so that the kids don't get bored. Oh my god, oh my god. Because
Uh-huh.
the things I always think about are like the moments of nature. Like in Totoro, when he comes and stands by them while they're waiting for the bus and it's just the rain on the umbrellas.
Yeah.
And that's all
No
that it
talking.
is.
It's just all physical, you know. They're kind of nervous about him being there.
Yeah.
He finally gives them the eyeball.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
And
you're
gives them the umbrella and then they're all like, whatever.
beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. You don't... There's no words, and so it speaks in any language because it's in silence, it's in physicality.
And that's a big thing he does. He's one of the true writers in film who believes in an economy of words. He doesn't beat you over the head with dialogue
He's
at
not
any
your
point.
Kevin Smith.
No.
Or your Quentin Tarantino.
Or your Quentin Tarantino.
Woo!
Which those
Mike, they do run a little long.
Which can be good, but he doesn't let go a single word that isn't placed there for a goddamn reason.
And yet it never feels mannered. It never feels forced or stilted.
No.
It always feels really
And it
natural.
doesn't feel art house and unreachable either.
No.
You can show a kid these things and they're like, I love this. Like a lot of times when you're like these silent deep films, you're talking about an art student
There are things
that's
you can't
eating
show a child.
pancakes in a closet for an hour. But
I love that movie.
We were going to make the
I just
sequel,
love that
Eating
mental image.
Pancakes in a Closet too. Not anymore. Whatever, guys. Jason, do you have any nines?
There's no way it's your turn, but go ahead.
Who cares?
But now it's my turn.
Oh.
Dorothy, do you have any threes?
No, I don't. Go fish.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Howl's Moving Castle, though, over Spirited Away? Just 3 reasons why. Just 3.
I haven't watched it as many times. I own
Howl's Moving-
Spirited Away.
Right.
Yeah, she was talking to me because you love Spirited Away.
No, I was talking
I
to
love
both
them
of
both,
you
okay,
guys.
yeah.
I was talking to both of you
The
guys.
thing is, on this other side of the coin with the Miyazaki moments like of silence and just that, I can easily fall asleep to one of his movies where I'm just one afternoon just. God, this is the quiet part.
So, the Spirit of the Bathhouse.
I get into the home stretch of Princess Mononoke
You're like-
and I start to.
Yeah.
I gotta get up, stretch my legs a little bit, fold some laundry.
For me, it's Howl's Moving Castle over Spirited Away because
Why?
it has a lot to do with my personality when I reflect on it, because the concept of circus in Howl's Moving Castle that's what it is, man. He is showing you a world, and Spirited Away is a journey of a person, and you know what I mean? But
It's interesting because in the second half of them, both of them just degenerate into like acid dream. You know what I mean? Like, when he is leaving like the palace and they're chasing him, you know, and there's all of these things that are changing, or obviously like when that giant baby. And then like all of the turns into airplanes and they go on that underwater little train to the woman who's the twin of the evil, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening?
I assume.
I
assume
like
that
all those movies. I'm like, at some point, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I prefer Spirited Away.
it's close.
I
mean,
love it because I don't know. There's something about that giant house.
Spirited Away won
living
the
in,
Academy Award, didn't it?
In I don't know.
I think Spirited Away is one of his Academy Awards.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
But I love the house in Howl's Moving Castle. You know when she gets there and it's all like trash? That's another thing that he does really well is cleaning montages. And it's so funny too because it makes
chores.
And suddenly you're just like, this is the most beautiful cleaning I've ever seen. I remember watching My Neighbor Totoro and then calling you and going, I'm going to go wash my car right now.
I retract the damn
just
question.
want to clean
God, my time's over.
I want to be outside cleaning.
Maybe you should let your lawyer speak, sir.
It's your turn because I just
wanna
just asked for him twice
Yes.
for a card he doesn't have.
If I had
He's
kids,
hoping I draw it.
I would force them to watch My Neighbor Totoro and be like, now we're gonna clean house.
Oh, my kids will
Right.
because I'm going to watch those movies.
First
you
we're
know
gonna
what
watch
You mean
this,
8?
and then we're gonna clean out the garage.
Go fish.
I mean? So, better cleaning montage than Snow White, right?
Or Cinderella.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Cinderella? What's the... With all the brushes and stuff dancing and cleaning with her...
Oh, Fantasia?
Fantasia.
Fantasia. That's
Yeah.
it, Mickey
Better
Mouse.
than that.
Not
Or
But-
Cinderella.
But Snow White cleans the dwarf's
Feet.
house.
Cox. What do you
Shut
go for?
Oh, God!
Cinderella just
Rule
cleans
34.
stuff. That's part of her thing. Is
Yeah,
cleaning
she's a
stuff.
cleaner. That's what she
So-
does. She cleans things.
Yeah.
He loved her.
If you
I think
can't
it's
find
my
a
turn.
good man, find 7 little ones and clean up after
The prince loved her so much he forgot her fucking face.
I swear to God. Fuck that movie.
There's
Fuck
so
those
many
stories.
bad. There's so many bad like
Jesus Christ.
those old Disney films. There's so many bad messages.
Oh, totally.
But they'll never be Twilight.
My
They'll never be
prince.
Twilight. Here you go. Get your floaty. Here. No, you gotta sing. I'm gonna do this.
Which one is it with the I'm wishing, the wishing well? Is that
That's
Snow
it.
White?
I'm wishing.
My little sister was really, really young. She was like 3, maybe 4. And we went and saw
I'm
that
going.
in the theater. And we got back from the
Do you have any
theater.
nines?
And we find her in the bathroom.
Oh
singing
no!
into the toilet.
Oh my God, that's so
sad.
And you're like, yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
We're
That's what I'm
just
talking
dying.
about.
Well,
That's real.
first
Hey,
thing,
Jenny,
first thing,
remember that? You were singing I'm wishing
I'm sorry.
into the toilet.
well, first they made her flush, and then they let her keep going.
Talk about kissing a frog.
Got any tens?
No.
Ask me if I have any sevens.
So you have
Right.
to take this card. You have to take a card.
I almost asked everybody like at the table if they had a certain type of card. Dorothy, do you have any kings?
Does anybody have a
I
diamond?
do not.
By round?
10 minutes.
Wait.
All right, let's get to the hypothetical.
If you
then.
don't say
Hypothetical
go
of
fish,
the
I
week!
I
Super
say
Saiyan
my
2!
Everybody act like they're trying to poop really hard.
Everybody's face is really white. We're all so white.
No, I'm good. I'm.
You're all lightheaded there.
Brain embolism
Sorry.
right here. Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm fine. Sometimes I just end my sentences with the right synonyms.
Stroke out.
Chad, do you have any 5s? Question of the week. Do you have any 5s?
Piss off.
Okay, all right, stop down.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Oh, no.
All right, this is a good one.
Your turn. All right.
Horror movies. We all know them. This group
I've
does.
seen a couple.
Pick a horror movie. You have to be in a horror movie, but it's real life. You have to pick one which to be in. Here's the question. Which one are you going to pick? Because you know you'd get out.
Right. That you could survive.
You could survive.
Which one?
You're not the bad guy. You're not whoever the serial
Fair
killer
enough,
is.
Fair enough.
But which one are you surviving?
Are you the virgin?
None of us are the virgin. Let's be fucking fair.
This is fantasy. It's hypothetical. You could be the virgin.
I'm totally not a virgin, guys. I've had all the pussies. All of them. I've had at least
God, shut up about
I've
it.
had at least 20 pussies, okay?
Jesus Christ.
Man. No, he hasn't. No.
What a
Aren't you
lie.
getting married, sir?
No, not even close to that.
I think you should put a
I wouldn't be
giant
putting
warning
this stuff
up.
out online.
Mike is lying.
Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Okay.
Please,
Okay,
any of Mike's exes, please put comments.
First off, all of my exes
Live
won't
in
be
Texas.
won't be watching this
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah.
hate me.
Well, I'm going to be doing some
Nightmare on Elm Street Dream Warriors.
What? How is it
You
possible
think you lived
you can
through Dream
survive that?
Warriors?
I was just going to
Because
say no.
because I've already established you can back me up with this. I'm a
that's
lucid
true.
dreamer.
Chad is a lucid dreamer.
So am I.
So
Keep control.
this is
We are the same. Chad and Michael, same person.
Ow! So I could get out of Dream Warriors pretty easy.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't remember the ending of that movie. How did they beat him?
She screams and the mirror breaks. Right?
No, in the second one, they bury his bones in hollowed ground. They dig him up. John Saxton goes to his dad from the first one and in the second one apparently. Goes, digs up the body with that other psychologist dude. They take the bones, even though the bones come to life and try to kill them, which is fucking crazy.
Sorry, or lame, depending,
Well,
whatever.
you know. And then they take it to a cemetery and they pour like holy water and shit on it and hallowed ground, that much shit. And so, yeah, and then he goes away and then they wake up and everything's beautiful. But it wouldn't take much for me. I mean, he would like come into my dream. I'd all lucid dream and shit, and I'd bring out my dream power, which is being Bruce Lee. And he would be totally dead.
Good dream power.
I don't know, man. I think that you're taking a risk there. Remember, like, the whole hypodermic needles for hands?
Yeah,
Remember
it's
that?
true. It's true.
Okay, but all right,
No,
it's
I'm
fair
true.
enough.
Yep.
You think
I don't have a drug problem.
That's
So I
right.
feel good about that.
That's
good.
new Scarecrow.
That's good.
New scary Scarecrow.
Man,
Right.
I'm trying to think of which.
That
what I would-
dude. The new version
What
of
do you
him is
think?
scary in the comics.
I mean,
Oh,
not
I-
just
and
this, 'cause I'm
like
just-
the
Oh, you would freak out
Arkham
with
games
Josh.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's got
not
like the hypodermic
I mean,
hand.
The others
Yeah.
doesn't really count.
That's pretty cool.
Obviously.
But he
What
uses
are my other
that.
favorite
Should.
horror movies?
Cannibals say humanoid underground dwellers.
Using
Don't go underground. It's super easy. I mean, they're underground dwellers. So if you're going to be in a movie, be in Chud and just don't go underground, and you're fine.
Oh, I don't.
The problem is you go underground and there they are. And
I didn't have time to stop and put my Chud t-shirt on. I was going to wear it tonight.
No, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I have a Chud t-shirt and I was going to wear it tonight, but...
Have you seen Chud 2?
No, I have not seen Chud 2. The thing is, back in the day, me and my friend Dan, again, we're always going to Skagway Video or Video Kingdom in Grand
Skagway!
Skagway!
Nobody outside of Nebraska's gonna know that.
If you don't live in Grand Island, you might not know about it.
Hey, Central City is where I went to my
We
school.
always rented horror movies, things like that, science fiction, all that stuff, and we always walked by Chud, but we never rented
I
it.
never saw Chud.
And just last year, I think, I
You finally
finally watched it. I've had a Chud t-shirt for like 2 years. Always referred to Chud.
Right?
Never saw it
actually
until
saw
last
it.
year, and I enjoyed the hell out of that movie. I thought it has a message. It has great themes. It has some good drama to it. It has a young John Goodman as one of the first on-screen kills.
Oh shit, it totally does.
Yes! Wow. Great movie. I loved it. And there's even a twist. Like, what does Chud really stand for? Watch it and find out.
I don't know. I think for me, what was I was thinking Dawn of the Dead. I think I could survive that.
Oh,
A, I wouldn't
yeah.
get pregnant. B, I'd learn how to fly the helicopter. Fuck you guys, I love you. Except for the black guy, you're coming with me. Or conversely, the Terminator.
You
Which I
can't-
would do just
Nice.
I totally do. I got that.
That'd be
Well,
fun
if
just to
you're not named
read.
Sarah Connor, you're in the clear.
I know, right?
Are you Sarah Connor?
I just
Be in Terminator just as yourself. Oh man, that's a guy
I
over
would
there.
totally be in tech noir, like dancing.
And what's helpful
But you
is you've
could catch
seen
a
the
bullet.
movie already.
You could catch a bullet, but I
Why am
wouldn't
I just
catch a
not
bullet.
surprised you
Right.
just picked an
The
80s
bonus
film just so you could go back and be a material girl again?
What's cool about that is any of these is we've seen the movies already, so we could like get ready for it and shit. So you
Right.
could be in tech noir,
We're
right?
talking about-
But like under your table, you could have like a freaking
Yes, I can
grenade
prepare.
launcher.
You're
and shit.
missing the point.
Yes.
You're not. It's not the direct movie, but it's
Right.
it's the
Just-
bad guy.
It's the premise.
Yes.
Well,
what about you?
This is the same. You have a
Yeah.
big.
Mine
Robot covered with
mine
flesh
would
coming to
probably be The Descent because I'm not a model and I wouldn't be in that hole.
There you go.
Like you wouldn't have been able to squeeze through that little tiny kind of hole. Yeah, you might actually be able to because you're a little dude.
Squeeze through that.
No,
I couldn't get my left thigh through that hole.
No,
so
mine
I was
would
like,
be-
Flexible and shit.
The one I originally thought of was Paranormal Activity, and I would just move.
right? But I was like Amityville too, you know, like the same thing.
Let's just fucking move! Oh! Yeah, let's do that!
Baby, we gotta leave. That's what you say.
But I love this house, honey.
Do you really love the house that keeps trying to kill our kid? Do you really? Yeah, I do.
I just love this house
You're
so
fucked
much.
up.
If we just put some paint up here, we knock this wall out, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, so, what about you?
I had originally, the first thing that popped into my head was the Mangler. And I was just like, well,
It's like,
A little
don't try and perform an exorcism on a piece of laundry equipment.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. Shut the factory down.
The mangler's not going anywhere.
Right.
You just don't have to go to the
Until
building.
you start
right?
trying to exercise and you get it wrong.
Right?
Yeah.
There's so many
Leave
of
it
those.
alone.
There's so
Leave it alone.
But I don't know. I was going through trying to go through as many horror movies and scenarios as I could. And I'm like in the same situation, yeah, I'd probably be dead too. I thought Blair Witch, because I'm not going to kick the map into the river because dipshit. And first off, if you kick a map, how far is it going to go? It's
Okay,
gonna go like a foot and a half. What is your
You would have
problem?
gone after it. You would have got it.
Two thoughts. Most horror movies can be survived by simply leaving.
That's very true.
There's the YouTube video. Oh hell no!
It's a fake trailer for a horror movie, and it's called the least suspenseful horror movie of all time.
Yeah.
And it's just like people using common logic in a horror type situation. Like this little kid's doing this puzzle, and there's a ghost coming. He's like, ah. No.
Just leave the house. Oh, right.
What about a movie like Insidious? Like, let's take, for example, everything that we've said has been funny because we would not be the actual players in the plot. Which that's kind of bullshit in a lot of
even
ways.
if some of these we could have been, and then we just wouldn't have been retards.
Right. Like Paranormal Activity. That is a real thing. Or like Dawn of the Dead. But,
Or
like...
Shaun of the Dead.
I would totally survive. Shaun of the That's literally one of the best things
That is the
ever.
best
It's so
thing in
good.
the film, yeah.
Let's just stop this and go watch it right now. Okay. What?
We're gonna talk about stuff after this. We figured last week when you talked about we need to watch movies and do stuff. Chad and I have been thinking about
I've
it.
been thinking about it.
So go on with your thought.
Okay, well, that's really all I have to say about that.
Good thought.
The thought you were having is one you can't escape, like a crazy one like Insidious.
Well, right. Well, for instance, because the concept of Insidious is your child's soul has been taken away from him, right? He's possessed,
Okay, yeah,
right? How do you get out of that alive? How do you get out of that without bringing the spirit of that creepy old lady back with you? Or like... what's it? You know, it's not like The Conjuring, where just leave the fucking house.
Did you watch this?
Unlike Amityville Horror, though, if you leave, sometimes they'll follow you, and they say that in The Conjuring too. So it's not just always that
There's
easy.
stuff about ghost stories about that. Sometimes they just
where they just
go with
attach
you.
to you.
Yeah. But
It's like having a stalker.
But like the possession stuff, that's super interesting. I mean, it's not you so much that's dealing with the really horrible part of that. You're on the outside of it, but you have to do something about
You
it.
gotta
That's
save
a little bit
somebody.
more fucked up.
That's different.
Yeah.
So that would be more like if I was Michael Biehn.
another one along those lines. Saw. If you were magically one of the Saw people.
Would you be able to escape? Let's think about some of the Saw scenarios. Let's think about you in a Saw scenario. Because
I've seen Saw 1 and Saw 5.
let's say those are all you need to really have seen.
Okay.
You've seen them all.
Yeah, basically.
The only one I really
I
remember
have a pretty
is
funny
2.
story about Saw 5, but that can go later.
We'll keep that private.
It was so bad, I just kept laughing.
So, what could you have escaped in one of the Saws? I think I could have gotten out of the hypodermic needle pit, personally.
Yeah. That's the second one?
Yeah, the second one's the one I remember.
That reverse bear trap one, I just gotta dig around in a guy's guts, or the thing goes off. Yeah, I think, like, fairly...
But wasn't that... Well, the thing about that was you had to kill the dude.
Yeah, he was
did you
alive.
have to
He
kill
was
him?
alive. He was alive.
He was
chained down?
unconscious.
Like-
He was unconscious,
okay.
but he was
Well,
alive.
still.
He wasn't dead.
Would you have
So-
killed the guy to save your life?
He's all like, fuck yeah, I would. I'd kill that dude.
Just give him a second.
Well, then you would have been just like her. She
Okay,
gets out of that
alright.
too. And
Yeah, she gets out
She's
of
the
it,
opening
yeah.
scene in that movie.
Oh.
She gets
There's
out of
that,
it too. 'Cause
there's
she
that
saves the dude.
barbed wire one. There's the razor wire one. It's kind of like, you can navigate. Just don't panic, and navigate it a little bit more carefully.
Exactly.
Don't
That's like the
hit yourself.
hypodermic.
Yeah.
Slow down, everybody.
Take a deep breath.
It's okay. Just razor wire.
Flashbacks to that scene where he just pretends to be Usain Bolt and he's like, I got this. Track place, up, go! Oh, it hurts! Oh, I'm bleeding! What is happening?
I think the
Just,
ones where you have
fear
to put
is the
someone
mind
else in
killer,
pain are
you
the
know?
worst ones. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
The ones where you have to put another human being or even an animal in pain, I think
Oh,
are
right.
the worst ones. Like, when we were in Grand Island coming back, Brittany showed me the one about living with Jigsaw. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
That's a nice
It's
little.
so
it's
fucking funny. Where living with Jigsaw and he's constantly doing things like, Mr. Piddles, I forced him to swallow your car keys. Now either you can use these utensils to cut him open, or you can be late to work for the 4th time this month. And he's telling his friends, like, wow, living with Jigsaw is not as cool as I thought it would be. He like pops up out of the popcorn bowl during
I
the
have come
day.
into the floor of the bathroom with razor blades.
Wait. He pops out of the popcorn bowl on somebody's date and goes, I've replaced the wine in your glasses with the blood of a 3-toed sloth.
And yet I didn't notice a difference.
Did I tell you guys about the
I actually prefer the
That's
blood.
my wine right now.
Did I tell you guys about the Nerdist thing they did for Halloween?
Was it Jigsaw related?
It was horror movie related, but it was comedy. Kevin Pereira produced it, and Bria Grant wrote it, I think.
Bria Grant. That's my girl.
You have no concept of who these people are.
I do
Look them
not
up
know
later.
these names.
Kevin Pereira was on Attack the Show. He was the host of Attack the Show for a great many years.
okay.
Bria Grant is a comic book writer and actress. We've given up. This is the we've given up.
We're wrapping up,
Jason
people.
won.
Woo! I win!
Actually,
Ding!
yeah, Dorothy won. But
He deserves it.
they did.
Forfeits.
They did
Look at it
a
like
8
that.
minutes. I think it's about 8 minutes. 8 minute.
Because I have 1, 2,
Pilot?
3, 4,
Quote, unquote,
5, 6,
for the
7
Nerdist.
pretzel dancers.
For the Nerdist Network on YouTube, and it was the whole it was called, and I'll just give you what it's called: The Real Housewives of Horror.
Oh.
Baby.
We ate a people.
No, not my pretzel dancers. No!
Jesus Christ!
Jesus Crow, Mike.
It's just like Saw.
Look,
Okay, did we finish up the hypothetical?
Oh,
Are we good?
Did we wrap that up?
I had.
no.
I said Dawn of the Dead.
right.
Terminator.
What saw torture would you?
Oh yeah, what Saw torture would you?
I saw the first one. And
Would you slap
they
your
weren't
own
that
leg?
good.
Would you kill
I would
another
probably just
guy?
wait to die.
Right. Hey, you win. You made it to the finish line.
I would kill myself real quick and the most painless way I could figure out. Just like, yeah, I'm not interested in that. Just
Yeah, right.
Mind game bullshit.
thanks.
I'm not going to give you the pleasure, bitch.
I think you can actually.
I would grab the gun, connect it to the thing, and go.
I had the thought, like, could a man swing a machete hard enough to cut off his own head?
Oh no!
Like,
They
it's
can't.
just-
Like, no one
You
can
know,
do
these
that.
are the thoughts when the lights go out.
Jason earlier.
Oh, man.
You know what? That's
And
why
with
I
that thought, we're going to end the podcast
All
for this week.
right, yeah.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in. Play games, talk with your friends about cool stuff. Get Jason help.
Just click on the link below to donate money for his therapy. Yeah.
Don't do that. Bye, everybody! Oh, no, I spilled the drink!
I gotta turn some shit off now. God damn it.
Shit, I spilled
It's
it.
a nightmare of craziness.
I literally spilled the drink.
You got my elbow wet.
I'm sorry, Chad.
damn it.
What the hell is wrong with you, man?
Chad,
No.
Chad, I
Wait,
need a
wait,
towel.
wait, keep it running.
Chad, this is Code Brown. I need a towel.